building, man.
I got a bust like John Madden, baby. Coach, 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 coach. I got a bust like John Madden, baby.
I'm a ball till I die, nigga.
Offense, control the line of scrimmage. Be dominant. Communicate up front. Dominate with our size and athleticism. Ain't no time now to worry about what the outcome is. Don't look at the scoreboard. One play at a time. From the first play to the last play.
Need a horn and a drum roll.
I never talk to them boys that sit on them benches. I never talk to them boys that sit on them benches. I was in the game on 4th and inches.
Coach, 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 coach.
Now it's time to go to work. Season's over. A different time. I told you they remember November. But December's our time. December's we do what we do. That's Florida State time. We're back where we belong.
Let's get it on.
Need a horn.
Break it down.
Turn up, yeah! I never talk to them boys that sit on them benches. I never talk to them boys that sit on them benches. I was in the game on 4th and inches.
Just change.
I'm going to either win 388 games or I'm going to win 389. Neither one of them throw me over the hump or nothing. Unless something happened to Joe today. Anything happened to Joe today?
I got a bust like John Madden, baby. Coach, 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 coach. I got a bust like John Madden,
Offense, control the line of scrimmage. Be dominant. Communicate up front. Dominate with our size and athleticism. Ain't no time now to worry about what the outcome is. Don't look at the scoreboard. One play at a time. From the first play to the last play.
Need a horn and a drum roll.
I never talk to them boys that sat on them benches. I never talk to them boys that sat on them benches. I was in the game on 4th and inches.
Coach, 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 coach.
Now it's time to go to work. Season's over. A different time. I told you they remember November. But December's our time. December's we do what we do. That's Florida State time. We're back where we belong.
Let's get it on.
Need a horn.
Break it down.
I never talk to them boys that sat on them benches. I never talk to them boys that sat on them benches. I was in the game on 4th and inches.
Just change.
Mic check, mic motherfucking check. You know, so much to unpack here. Oh man. And I'm whole time I'm literally sitting here. I'm reading y'all's comments as the comment section just goes down and down, and I'm seeing a lot of BS. I'm seeing some solid points. Yeah, I'm trying to think of where I want to start. And I don't even know. Hold on. Let me get some peach crown in my system. I'm gonna tell you the one person I'm not gonna blame. I'm not gonna blame number 13. I'm not gonna blame Jordan Travis. If you're gonna blame Jordan Travis, I don't know how you blame Jordan Travis with the 5-6 other drops before the last play of the game. So I'm not gonna go there with him at all. Okay. He had a terrible interception earlier where he tried to force something that wasn't there. And then in the last play, if we're being honest, that play should not even been called. Okay. At the same time, I know here's what I'm going to say about good old Mike. I understand coach speak. I understand all week you say you believe in your kicker. You have faith that he's going to get it. Blase, blase, blase. Your play calling on that last drive flat out told me you did not believe in your kicker. You didn't believe in him. If you believed in your kicker, you don't play that last drive like that. He had 44 seconds and 3 timeouts. Run the ball. Screenplays. Do your best to get your kicker to where he's kicking right in the middle of the goalpost. That's basic. All you needed was a field goal to win the game. If you believed in your kicker like you claim you did, you don't call that. And if you do call that, maybe it should be to the 6'7" guy who is one-on-one on the outside at the bottom of your screen to where it's either incomplete or he gets it. Not to the guy in the slot who's going to run a flag, basically a flag route. To the back. Come on. I don't want to put everything on Mike Norvell. Because Mike Norvell can't make wide receivers catch footballs. Facts of the matter is, if the wide receivers catch balls, this game isn't even close. This game isn't even close. But that last drive told me you had zero faith in your kicker. Zero faith. You can blame Travis all you want. Because he threw the interception. Blame him. Blame the receivers for dropping 6, 7, 8 passes. Passes that would have put them up. Passes that would have put more points on the board. Passes that would have got you first downs. So you can blame the quarterback. I'm not blaming the quarterback. Quarterback can't throw the ball and catch the ball at the same time. Can't do it. Ain't seen the greatest quarterback of all time. Whoever you think that is, ain't never seen him do it. Ain't never seen him throw the ball, run down the field, catch it himself. Because it can't happen. So as I look right into this camera, that last drive, it's set up perfectly for you. Now I know, because I know how this fan base is, had he played for the field goal, y'all would have got pissed at that too. Oh, how could you send Fitzgerald out there, blase? Y'all would have. But the hell with what fans think. The facts are you have the ball in perfect position. You have 3 timeouts and plenty of time. Set them up. Let me tell you something. I am not every fan. I could sit here right here and tell you Mike did the right thing if he would have went for the field goal here. Even if you don't want to just flat out run the ball, you say, well, that's too conservative. There's other things you could have did. Drag routes, just quick stuff. Again, get the ball in the middle of the field. Let me take some of this stuff off because I really don't care. But you didn't trust your kicker, Mike. That's a fact. I'm not putting the entirety of the game on Mike's shoulders. Because again, Mike and Jordan Travis can't make wide receivers catch footballs. Can't make tight ends catch footballs. We did not execute in the second half. That was 2012 all over again. Absolutely ridiculous what happens in Raleigh, North Carolina, whenever we go up there to play. Absolutely ridiculous. I don't know how the hell that keeps happening. Bad mojo up there, obviously. That we couldn't score a single point. One field goal wins you this game in the second half. We couldn't get that. It had everything to do with bad penalties and drop balls. So you can blame Mike. You can blame Travis. I blame neither one of them. I'll blame the receiving group. I'll blame players for this game. That's right. I said it. I will blame players. I don't usually do that. I'm very much more keen on blaming coaching. I didn't see a team that was out-coached. NC State didn't do anything to out-coach us. The defense did their job tonight. I don't give a damn what you say. Defense did their job. I saw the offense dial up plays and guys just flat drop balls. I don't know what the hell some of y'all want. It's so easy to blame this person and that person and this, bro. In this game, I ain't talking about last week's game or next week's game. In this game, Florida State players got to look themselves in the mirror, mainly in that receiving core. Terrio Wilson, key drop. And he's been sure-handed this year. Johnny Wilson had a few drops. Malik McClain drops a touchdown. Who's the tight end? The motherfucker that was almost 300 pounds is now down to 270. Marcus and Douglas. Key drop. Like, what the hell do y'all want a coach or a quarterback to do? The balls were there. Y'all want to blame Jordan Travis? He threw the balls there. You catch those passes, you probably never even get the interceptions when a player is just trying to make a play. The hell is Mike Norvell supposed to do? He called up the right plays, quarterback threw the right throws, balls would drop. Balls would drop. So, yeah, you can look at Jordan Travis and go, oh, man, that was a terrible bat. Whatever. That's just how I look at it. Whatever. I watch a lot of football, and I've watched a lot of football over the years. So it's easy for me to know what I'm looking at. It's easy for me to see when a team is out-coached. It's easy for me to see when a team is outplayed. I don't think we was out-coached or outplayed. I think Mike made a bad decision because he did not trust his quarterback. So if you want to blame the entire game on Mike Norvell, then fine. Some of y'all I can't convince otherwise. Some of y'all are waiting for the moment to blame Mike Norvell. So again, I feel like I'm very fair when it comes to Mike, personally. I call a spade how I see it. That's just how I do. Some of y'all just wait for these moments. We've been praising Jordan Travis all year. Not his best game, but how the hell is this man supposed to play football when his receivers ain't catching nothing for him? That was his frustration. That frustration you saw on the sideline from Jordan Travis, that was his frustration, not the interception. The fact that we're even in the position to have the interceptions. The fact that he knows he can't go publicly and say, well, my wide receivers fucking suck tonight. That's his frustration. I mean, you do what you want to do, man. You say, like, here we are. I said we couldn't go 0-3. I was hoping we couldn't go 0-3. I still think we can beat Clemson if we don't fucking beat ourselves. And the injury bug, I don't want to make, you feel me? Like, I don't like to make excuses. But boy, if the injuries ain't hitting us harder than any team in the damn country, we can't catch a break with these injuries. A break. We can't catch a break with the injuries. Trayshawn Ward now looks like he might have a broken collarbone. Coop didn't come back the entire game, so now we thin at D tackle. You can see Verse out there playing, and he's still effective, but he ain't the same player. You can tell he's playing hurt. Injury bug is fucking killing us right now. There's no way. See, this is what I'm talking about, Zoe. And I love you. There's no way you've watched these games and think Clemson blowing us out. By what? What is giving you the slightest idea that Clemson blowing anything out? Man, stop. Y'all just so ready to throw the fucking towel in on everything. Y'all ready to throw the towel. This fan, and I don't get it. I was about to say I get it, but I don't fucking get it. Some of y'all, I'm convinced, didn't start watching Florida State football to 2012. Y'all so ready. It's like if shit don't go perfect, y'all so ready to throw in the motherfucking towel, bro. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Master Mono killed me. He picks up the first down if he just runs. And I get it. That wasn't a design trick play. He felt the block coming and did the right thing and panicked. He's a punter. He's not only is he a punter, but he's an Australian rugby player. He ain't a real football player. A real football player would have tucked that bitch and ran with it. He panicked. It is what it is. He panicked. I never seen no shit like it, but he panicked. Guess what? We still held. Correct me if I'm wrong. They didn't get points off of that. The defense did their motherfucking job tonight. And I'm cussing a lot tonight. So if you have kids, if you have me on speaker or don't have headphones in, I don't usually curse this much, but I'm livid. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pissed because we just gave away a fucking look, I'm knocking my mic all around the fucking place. We had this game. We had this one. This one is worse than Wake Forest by a motherfucking long shot. Because NC State was everything I told you they were. Like the famous quote says, we knew what they were, and we let them off the fucking hook. We let them off the hook. And they lost their quarterback. And that guy couldn't throw a lick. And you know how he couldn't throw a lick? Go watch how they called the game. They gave him a chance to throw the motherfucking ball because they knew he couldn't throw. They knew he would have gave us one. And now we think Hakeem Williams flips. Why? Where he flipping to? Because Miami the only other real threat. And if you're watching Miami, they 2-3. But now Hakeem Williams gonna flip. We such a defeated, weak-ass fan base. I don't even know what to say to some of y'all. It's really ridiculous. If he flips, he fucking flips. I don't really care at this point. But y'all so quick to be defeated on everything, bro. I'm going to just speak my shit tonight. If you don't like it, you free to leave, whatever. I don't give a motherfucker. I really don't. Maybe it's the Crown Royal talking. I don't know, but I'm so sick of seeing some of these comments. We're not the same team. Regardless, we're not the same team we've been in the last 2 to 3 years. And if you can't see that, then whatever. Do you? Again, some of y'all just are ready for the shit. Some of y'all want to start all over. Ask Miami how starting all over goes, even with an $8 million coach. Ask Florida how starting all over goes. Probably should have lost to Missouri, today, but they keep squeaking by. Go ahead, keep wanting to start over. Don't get me wrong. I was ready to be on the get Mike Norvell out of here, but I've watched enough football to know the team's trending in the right direction. And I told you at halftime, we 2 to 3 players away in certain positions from really being a dangerous team. Do Mike need to get it together? Yeah, Mike, there's certain things Mike's got to fix. But I think, again, bro, the players got to look themselves in the fucking mirror. And tonight was for the 59 minutes of the night's game, the players got to look themselves in the motherfucking mirror. If you want to blame Mike Norvell for anything, blame him for the fact that he didn't trust his kicker. Because if he trusts his kicker, he calls a whole different last drive. Once we got in the field goal range, he calls a whole different drive. I'll give Mike the blame there. I didn't even do a roll call tonight. I just went straight on to getting into it. And I'm way well down in the chat. So we probably won't get a roll call tonight. Fuck that. I don't care about a roll call. But I'm going to tell you, man, we got shit to fix. We definitely got a lot of things to fix. And we let this game, we let one get away. Where do you go? Well, you look at what you did right. I mean, again, you just look in the mirror. Catch footballs. Like, everybody has played. I'm not gonna say everybody. Some of us didn't play. Most of us have played football at some level. Whether you just played Pop Warner up until a certain age, played a little bit of high school ball, if you were lucky enough to go to a college and play ball. So we all know what the number one rule, or what the age-old saying, since I was 5 years old playing wide receiver. What is the age-old saying for a wide receiver? If the ball hits your hands, what? That is the age. 20, 30, 40, 50 years, that's been the same saying. If the ball hits your hands, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to catch that motherfucker. I don't know what else the motherfucker can tell y'all, man. If the ball hits your motherfucking hands, you catch it. How many balls hit the hands and couldn't catch? Players got to look themselves in the mirror. Don't praise wide receivers for the first 4 or 5 games of the season and then all of a sudden say they suck. They had a bad game, but you gotta look yourself in the mirror and catch the damn ball. Beat yourself tonight. You beat yourself with the penalties, with the drops. You beat yourself. No, there's really no other way to put it. Like, I don't really know any other way to. There's no other way to sugarcoat it. You beat yourselves, and this loss, in my humble opinion, goes 100% on the players. The offensive player. Defensive players should all pat themselves on the motherfucking back. As far as I'm concerned, if you're on defense, you should feel pretty damn good. If you're Patrick Payton, Joshua Farmer, all these redshirt freshmen, I got to say the defense looks good for the future. I don't care what none of y'all say. That defensive line, all the young boys on the D-line played tonight. Jared Verse, I know, he's a beast. Guess what? He young too. If you're the defense, if you're on that defensive line, you should feel very good. Lundy played all right when you use him in the right way, like I've said before. He had some good tackles in that second half. When you get him out of pass coverage, Lundy's fairly effective. If you are on the defense side of the ball, you should feel pretty good tonight. I know. I can see it coming. Somebody's going to sit here and somebody's going to say, Adam Fuller sucks. I'm not the greatest Adam Fuller fan. I'm not going to pretend like I am. You gotta have to show me where he called a bad game tonight. Gotta show me that. Again, NC State plays the conventional offense, bro. They played exactly your strengths, and you saw it. Don't know what else to tell you. I really don't know what else to tell you. All those fans who are quitting on us already all those fans that are quitting were ready to quit game 1. They were ready to quit against LSU. They were hoping we struggled against Boston College. Bro, I don't give a good goddamn about any of those fans. I really don't. And if you're one of them, hey, take it. If you're not, let that shit fly off you. Like they say, if it pertains to you, take it. If it don't, let that shit go and out one ear and out the motherfucking other. Y'all know who y'all are. We haven't seen Duke. But see, here's the thing about that. You can't really blame the rotation. Unless you think, well, hell, put Deuce in there. Maybe he don't drop some of those balls. But again, Johnny Wilson, he been solid up until tonight. Ontario Wilson been solid up until tonight. Micah Pittman being solid up until, like, what does Deuce really give you? But anyways, I told y'all Deuce was a project guy anyway. Poor Durden ain't do nothing all night, but I know that game meant something to Durden and Cyrus Fagan. I get it. But neither one of them boys really did anything. Team is soft and not strong. Did they look soft and not strong against Boston College? Same Boston College that ended up beating Louisville. Did they look soft and not strong against LSU? I mean, god damn, what are we doing? What, John? If you don't go sit your ass down somewhere, the hell is you talking about? FSU finna fall apart. Like, y'all have already fallen apart. You have no room to come into this chat tonight, John, and say anything about the Seminoles when y'all have lost 3 straight and it's mid-October and you have not beaten one Power 5 school yet. John, shut that up. I want to hear that shit. What bad players look good in other programs? Corey Durden was never a bad player. Corey Durden just was a bad teammate. Or, how do you put it? Talked a lot of shit. No one will ever tell you Corey Durden was a bad player if that's what you're talking about. Cyrus Fagan, let's be honest. Cyrus Fagan didn't play good the whole time he was here. He hasn't played that well for NC State. So what are we talking about? Lovett probably be back next week. I'm not. I'll watch that later. I don't care about Mike Norvell's press conference. I would be a little interested in hearing what he had to say for that last drive, but other than that, I don't really care. No, we definitely had no business losing the game. If Lovett's holding out for the NFL, then he's going about that. Look, no offense to Lovett. I think Lovett has been absolutely great. He don't have enough tape. Listen, he's not a guy that's going to go to the combine and put up stupid numbers. His best, you hear this guy? His best, well, Lovett's best thing he could do is play as much football as he can play. He's not that caliber of prospect to say he's holding out for the NFL. Drop some penalties. But all y'all Miami fans in here tonight, I guess misery loves company, don't they? Nicholas, appreciate the $9.99 or $10 donation. He says, this team is going to fight next week. Clemson is getting FSU at the worst time. We were expected to be in every game, but we wasn't expected to win every game. Man, half of these people that's talking trash didn't expect Mike to start 4-0. Let me rephrase that. Didn't expect Florida State to start 4-0. Most of them had us going 6-6, 7 wins anyway. Let's appreciate that, Nicholas.
More money. More money.
He absolutely had quit on us. That's my point. He was a bad teammate. He quit. Durden on Twitter himself said, I didn't come to Florida State for plays to, what did he say, 3 coaches in 3 years, whatever it was he said. Which I'm not mad at him actually for saying that or feeling that way, but you shouldn't put that on social media. Corey Durden had quit. And if y'all remember, I interviewed Mr. Freddie Stevenson on this exact channel, and he told you that he had talked to people, players. There were players in FSU's program at the time, and I'm not going to rehash this, but I'm going to say this here and I'm going to drop it. So because as we talk about players who weren't good here being good other places, there's a reason why, more so than talent, why a lot of guys were let go, so to speak. Players were doing what they wanted to do on the field and not going what the scheme was off of. Like that was coming directly from certain people. So again, it is what it is. That's 3-4 years in the past. We're moving forward. Shout out to Durden. I'm glad he got his win that matters so much, but it's not like he was a factor doing anything. What's up, Irv? I would simply ask you one great question then, Kay. And I hear you. I hear you. And I don't totally disagree. But I would like you to name at least one player. Yeah, name me one guy who's left Florida State and has turned into like some superstar. That is not true. That guy was terrible. He was terrible in every aspect. I think he threw one pass, and that's not true at all. No, I agree, Miguel. I agree wholeheartedly with that. Raymond, what's good with you? I agree, Marcus. If he does sit out the rest of this year, there's no way he has a, and I love Fabian. I really do. I think Fabian's only like a redshirt junior, so he can definitely come back. Shout out to Marquise if he in the chat right now. Fabian don't have enough tape. And he don't have enough like wow plays, in my opinion, to really get like second, third round grade. Like right now, Fabian might be a 5th, 6th. Like I think Fabian's 5th, 6th, 7th. He had a chance this year to up that, but he hasn't played enough. Him sitting out for the draft, I think, is a grave mistake. My boy Adam sent me the $2 on the Cash App. Shout out to Dub. He says $2 for FSU is trending in the right direction. Shout out to my man. Let me catch up in the chat. Now, you know what I told John? John know what he can do. I'll tell John again. That's why he ain't commenting since. John, you know what you can do? Shut that up. I want to hear that shit. Appreciate you, Big Kane. Kendrick with a $20 dono. Appreciate that, bro. He says, "Poke, I appreciate you. Wish it was more true fans in here though. Go Knowles."
Yeah, more money, more money. Yeah, more money, more money. Yeah.
Dylan Gibbons knows better. I agree. Lapse of judgment on Dylan Gibbons' part. And then stuff like that. Like, again, they beat themselves. I don't know what Mike's supposed to do about Dylan Gibbons because you ain't benching Dylan Gibbons. So let's get that extremely clear. So what is Mike Norvell supposed to do with Dylan Gibbons? Dylan Gibbons just had a lapse of judgment. And he had a bad situation and he gets that personal foul call. And of course, D lineman, O lineman, it got real chippy. I'm sure there were some words said. So Gibbons, man, they humans. I'm not gonna exonerate Dylan Gibbons for the situation. It happened. You can't do it. But damn. Again, I can make the case that play shouldn't have mattered that much if you catch fucking footballs the first 3 quarters of the game. Lambo's been excellent, but what's crazy is our running backs aren't the problem. So yes, Lambo, I have no problem with Kalen LeBourne. I actually wish he was still here too. So I agree with you, but I can't look at our running back room and be like, we really need him. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad you said it. Like, there's no other player you can think of that you would be like, man, I wish he was still here. Warren Thompson did that for Arkansas last year. What's he doing for Arkansas this year? What did Warren Thompson have? 400 receiving yards last year? Matter of fact, I'll look it up just so we can continue this conversation because, I mean, it ain't like we talking about any motherfucking thing else. So I'll just look up Warren Thompson real quick because we talking about Warren Thompson having a few catches at Arkansas. Warren Thompson this year probably ain't outproducing none of our wide receivers that we got. But I'm curious. This year, Warren Thompson has 8 catches for 122 yards and 2 touchdowns. But I'll go back and look at what he did last year. Oh, no. He had a good old 304 yards and 2 touchdowns last year. So what are we talking about? So y'all want to praise Warren Thompson for making a few more catches at Arkansas. 304 yards all of last year. Come on, NK, be better. Be better. I think Verse can go to the NFL and be in the first round this year. I absolutely believe that because not only will he have tape to back it up, I think Verse is a combine specimen. He'll kill the combine. But if boy? Hold on. Like I was saying about Verse. If I'm the coaching staff, I'm convincing Verse, you can go from being a top 20 pick or 25 pick, come back next year, and we can get you in the top 10. I wholeheartedly believe that. Verse comes back for another year, he's in the top 10. That would be my pitch. He's just learning to play the position. I keep telling y'all, bro. He just learning to play the position. Our running back room will take a hit with that. I believe that. Without Ward, I do think our running back room takes a hit. Benson's still learning the position. You can just tell by the way he runs. And Lawrence Toafili is what like I'd be interested to see in a more predominant role how LT is. He's really good at times and really like suspect at other times. So I'm interested to see there. Expect Rodney Hill to get in the groove here coming up. Because off of straight physicals, because you can watch the tape and see what he does and say that guy translates to the next level. That's why McShay's. I'm not saying McShay is a god, but McShay's done this a long time. He knows what he's looking at. I know what I'm looking at. Tell him, Will. You don't get no other talk like this nowhere else on YouTube. Maybe on some other podcast. I don't know. But on YouTube, you don't get it like this nowhere else. Lenoris, how you doing? Of course, like I always say, misery loves company. Boys done lost 3 straight and coming in here to talk. No, that's not true. Big Kane, you ain't been watching this team. You ain't been watching Patrick Payton and Jared Verse. Then if you say something like that, that's absolutely not true. But keep trying. Keep trying. Yeah, that's what I need to do. Let him take a shot. Be knocked out, won't he? Then some of y'all might report me to CPS if I did that. I absolutely agree. Of course he is. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're the defensive line, that's what I was saying earlier. If you're the D line, bro, they have nothing to hang their head on. You got a bunch of red shirt freshmen playing on the D line, and they playing better than some of the senior guys. That I didn't even mention this shit. That call on Joshua Farmer was absolutely garbage. Maybe the worst call I've ever seen in my life. First of all, when he hit Oli, what's the guy's name? Leary. When he hit him, he still had the ball in his hand. So how is that roughing the passer? 2, he doesn't make head contact, so it wasn't a targeting. So how do you call a roughing the passer when he's still holding the ball and no targeting because there wasn't a hit to the head? The only reason they throw that flag is because he hit him so damn hard he took him out of the game. That was a great play by Farmer. That was a clean hit. And it was a bullshit-ass call by, of course, god-awful ACC refs. I can't wait till the day we're out of this conference. I don't know when that's going to be, but hopefully it's soon. Great play by number 44. 44 continues to get better every single week. 56 continues to get better every single week. One of the worst calls I've ever seen in my life. But you know what? I can accept that. If you told me Fitz made a great kick at the end of the first half. So if you told me you were going to play for the kick, I have no problem with it. I do have a problem with throwing a fade route or a flag route, which is really what it was. It was a outward post flag route. There's other names for it. I always learned it as a flag route. And so I have a problem with the throwing of the flag route to your guy in the slot who's also like 5'10", when you had one-on-one coverage with the 6'7" guy. So if you're gonna take that shot, take it to one of the big receivers, not to the guy in the slot on a. I'm just. But more importantly, how about play for the kick? He misses the kick. We know fits suck. I'll say this. I wouldn't be mad at Mike if he would have played for the kick. But you called that last drive like you had no faith in your kicker. So that is what it is. He has no problem. I have no problem with him streaming me. You didn't see the play? They called rough. They didn't call targeting. Farmer wasn't ejected. It was called roughing the passer. I've never seen a roughing the passer on a quarterback who gets hit when he still has the ball in his hands. Absolutely god-awful play, bro. The only reason they called that play because he hurt him. But I already told y'all about D-Mac. I already told y'all 56 should be starting over D-Mac. I don't even know if you know what, Davies? I can't even say that I'm angry. I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated in the game. This is one of those situations where you look at it and people be like, would you rather lose by 50 or lose like this? And that's a really hard question to answer. Because ultimately you want to say you'd rather lose like this. No one wants to lose by a 50 burger because then, you know how that looks. But this losing like this, in a lot of ways, feels worse. Losing a game that you know you should have won feels worse. I don't know if this is the angriest I've ever been. I don't feel like I'm frustrated, and what I am angry about is these weak ass fans. That's what I'm angry about, if I'm being honest with you, is these weak ass fans. And I don't care who gets offended by that. I don't force anybody to come over here and subscribe or be a part of this channel. I appreciate everybody that's over here and that shows love and supports me. I absolutely do. But I don't give a damn about these weak ass fans. I didn't create this channel to link up with fair weather weak fans. I made this channel to link up with guys who bleed garnet and gold like I do, that live it and love it. And that's why I made this channel. Not guys who have some allegiance to other coaches. And because they have allegiances to other coaches, they root for this one to fail. I have no problem with criticizing Mike when it's time to criticize him. I have a problem when you root for a guy to fail because you had some blind faith in some guy who probably didn't even qualify for the job to begin with. So that's where my frustration comes in. They definitely didn't look. Honestly, I think the DB, to be honest with you, Kendrick, I know people say it was I don't think it was a miscommunication. I think the DB played it perfectly. The DB did what you're taught to do. You always make the receiver go inside. You never give up the outside as the DB. And the DB did not give up the outside, and that's why that play failed. I disagree. I don't think Pittman was thinking slaying at all. The DB just didn't let Pittman get to his spot. The DB played it perfectly. DB did his job. The ball shouldn't even been, the play should not have been called to him. You should have did the one-on-one with Johnny Wilson on the outside. That's what you should have did. Or you could have just played it safe and tried to kick the field goal at the end. But here we are. He missed a 20-yard kick last week, but he made what did he make this week? Like that's an irrelevant point. He made a kick this week. So your point about what he missed last week is a whole lot of irrelevancy. Don't have kids. Don't have kids. Bro, you had 44 seconds and three timeouts. Was my whole point. Even if I don't have any faith in fifth, which obviously Mike didn't, and as a fan, I didn't, but you could have got a 30-something yard field goal. You had more than enough time and more than enough timeouts. And again, if you're gonna take a shot, I don't even have a problem with you taking a shot at the end zone. Take it to the guy, the 6'7" guy who you've been throwing them jump balls up to for the last 4 or 5 weeks. Throw it to him. Like we've kind of said this before. Throw it to him. Because you can't muscle 6'7", 230 out of his route like they were able to muscle 5'11", 190 or 200-pound Micah Pittman out of his route. There's a whole lot of new names in here. It's all good, though. I welcome everybody. Just make sure you subscribe to the channel. This man said the QB away. Like the QB dropped 7 passes, 8 passes tonight. Get the hell out of here, man. See what I'm saying? People just say stuff. And he probably a Miami fan talking about quarterback play. Didn't TVD throw a TD to end y'all game and y'all done lost 3? Oh, yeah, that's right. He better not be a Florida fan talking about quarterback play. Ooh, buddy. Bro, they just misery loves company. Them boys done lost 3 straight games. Them boys have not beaten a Power 5 team this year. And we're damn near in November. We're damn near in November. And them boys, like it's almost Halloween. We like 2 weeks away from Halloween? Them boys have beaten Southern Miss and Bethune-Cookman and got the nerve to come in here and talk to Florida State about winning football games. Man, they'll go sit their ass down somewhere. I agree, Briley. And it shouldn't have been that way. That's, again, I'm not going to blame Travis, though, because that was one play. And if you want to say the other interception, fine, that's 2 plays. What about the 8 passes that was dropped for the entire game? Yeah, he is. I know. That's what I'm stressing, Tyler. That's my biggest thing. I think I've tried to make that point in the hour that I've been on, and I don't know how long I'm gonna go tonight because I have a lot of energy because I have a lot of whiskey in my system. But everybody wants to talk about that last play. And not the 59 other minutes, not the multiple drops. Malik McClain catches the pass in the end zone. We're not having this discussion. What about if Marquise Douglas makes his pass to get the first down? Probably not having this discussion. What if Ontario Wilson catches his pass? Are we having this discussion? There's a litany of plays where Jordan Travis not only made the right plays, but made great plays and great throws, and we're not having this discussion. But we focus on the last play. But you can't even spell his name right. Hey, it is what it is. If we play like we played tonight in that second half, yeah, we're not beating Clemson. We're not beating Clemson. We should be 5-1 right now. That's the fucking saddest part of this whole thing is we had this game in the bag and we found a way to lose it. That's honestly the saddest part of this whole thing. I don't know who is this clown, man. Here, I got something for you, clown. Shut that up. I want to hear that shit. Because if you're a Miami fan, again, you have zero reason to be in here talking to anybody about any time. I can't even talk football with a Miami fan. Y'all realize how y'all look? He probably is a Miami fan. Imagine talking football with a Miami fan. Mario Cristobal is 2-3, and he's making $8 million a year. Yeah. Good luck with that. What do you think? Thank you. I said this in the beginning of the stream. You think Jordan Travis's frustration was with Mike? Or Jordan Travis' frustration wasn't even with his own play. Jordan Travis' frustration was with the fact that his receivers couldn't catch footballs. But he can't come out and say, my receivers fucking sucked tonight. Can't do it. Reek, I can't talk football with you. You're 2-3. You've lost to Middle Tennessee State. I can't talk football with you, bro. I'm sorry. You're free to continue to comment, but that's probably the last. It's probably the last That's probably the last comment I'll acknowledge from you because I can't talk football with you because you have an $8 million coach for the next 10 years and he's 2-3. I can't talk football with you. Big Kane, let's talk. Come on, let's talk. I probably shouldn't talk football with you, but let's talk. So who are you? Please let your fandom be known. Please let us know who you root for then, since you're not a Miami fan. No. Tell me who you're a fan of. Don't come in here and talk trash and then don't say who your allegiance is. Please tell us who you root for. I've never seen you before, so I would just love to know who's your team. I honestly still don't think he had frustration with Mike. I think he had frustration more with the receivers. But if you look how Travis is and you look the way he is and his demeanor, he's not the type that's gonna call out a bunch of guys. You know, he's gonna harness that. He's gonna harness that like frustration and make it exactly crickets. He's not going to say who he's a fan of. He's not a Miami fan, but he won't tell us who you really root for. But I'm a fan, so go off. Bro, he probably don't. He probably a Miami fan. He just don't want to admit it. He don't want to admit it. But 157 in here, guys. Please hit the like. Hit the like button. Share the video. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Continue to hit the comment section. Frustrating loss, and I've probably gone on more so than I've gone on in a long time. But this loss is one of those losses where I can watch a game and be like, man, we coached a suck ass game, or what, the scheme wasn't up for it. But I watched a game where the players shit the bed in a hostile environment. Now I will give some credit to NC State's defense. That linebacker they got he's the real deal. That linebacker they got is the real deal. They fly to the football. They're very aggressive. They don't play. They come to hit. I will give NC State's defense a lot of credit, but I expect Florida State players to match the energy. Match the intensity. They hit, you hit back. I don't care if you are an offensive player. You 6'7", 230, hit them back. Catch the ball. Marcus and Douglas, you 6'4", 260 or whatever you are, damn near almost 300 pounds at one point. You hit them back. Catch the ball. Take a hit. Like, that's what I expect from Florida State. So maybe I'm wrong for expecting that. Actually, that's interesting that you say you go for all Florida teams. Of course, Miami's your number one squad. I don't do that, but I know other people that do that as well. The point is, Big Kane, there's not one Miami fan in the world that would have thought after 5 games y'all be 2-3. But I appreciate you for being on here and talking. And Reek still ain't said who his motherfucking team is, and I don't expect him to. He probably gonna pull Bama at his ass when he finally does comment. Oh, I'm a Bama fan, or I'm a Georgia fan. That's what he gonna pull out his ass when he finally do comment. Because he better not throw the motherfucking Gators up here. I know that much. It ain't even the same though, Enzo. Our backup QB made plays against y'all though. Our backup QB made plays. Their backup QB didn't make no plays. Our offense just couldn't get shit done. Our backup QB actually threw for 2 TDs against y'all. Again, he made plays to win the game. Their backup QB didn't throw but 1 pass. We just couldn't do anything offensively to generate any points. You talking about Norvell? I hope if he's beaten, then maybe he ain't the guy. Hey, do you take your frustration out, bro? For me too. I hate you. It's a tough pill to swallow. It absolutely is. He probably is Georgia Tech fan or something. Virginia Tech. Notice the man ain't commented back, bro. Who is this clown, bro? Don't block him. Don't block him at all. He's allowed to speak his opinion. I mean, he gonna get, one of these. Shut that up. I want to hear that shit. Who is this guy, though? Gotta be a Miami fan. Again, I can't even talk football with you. You don't know what the fuck you talking about when it comes to football. Your team's 2-3. And I will reiterate, Middle Tennessee, Southern Miss. Oh, no, wait a minute. You lost to Middle Tennessee. Bethune-Cookman. It's the only teams you beat. HBCU, And a team that won 2 games last year, you got nerve to come on here and try to talk football? Boy, if you're going to sit your ass down in the gutter somewhere. Yeah, Florida did win today, unfortunately. So LSU's in the ACC? That's wild. Y'all couldn't even beat a piss poor Texas A&M team. Have you not watched this Texas A&M team? They suck. You couldn't beat them. Nicholas says, bring him on the show. You know, I don't usually do this, but you know what? I've been talking a lot. Let's do it. Hit the link. You got anything you want to say? You want to come on here? Hit the link. I'm still good. We only an hour and 12 minutes into this thing, and I still got 160 people in this motherfucker. So hit the link. Whether you're a Florida State fan, you got some shit you want to say. If you're one of these trolls and you got something you want to say, hit the link. Come on. I'll kick you out with quickness, but hit the link. Unless you want to actually talk football, which I know you can't. And we started 0-4 and I was still talking ball. I don't run. I don't disappear when we suck. I was 0-4 and I was telling y'all that this shit delusional, this shit trash. And I was telling you why it was trash. But the difference is I also didn't go into the season last year, Big Kane, and gave you a bunch of lies telling you that this team was going to be a 10-win team last year. I didn't tell you that. I knew what I was up against last year. See, the difference is Miami fans was all telling everybody, oh, Mario finna hit the ground motherfucking running. Oh, Mario finna win the ACC in year 1. Oh, 11-1. 10-2 at the worst. That's the difference. Come on, man. Hit the link. Who are you? Put your face on TV. Let people know who you are. Oh, by the way, Middle Tennessee, they lost to UAB today. Matter of fact, I think they got blown out, by the way. See, nobody wants to hit the link. Hey, you don't have to hit the link. I just put it out there with the options of y'all to hit it. I just gave y'all an option. That's all. I know. I honestly think some of these little, what do you call them, profiles or whatever you want to call these guys that I've never seen before. I honestly think they're Miami fans that I have seen before, but they don't want to, like New King God. New King God's not going to attach his name to it, so he's going to make a troll account and come in here and troll. Because New King God, I honestly believe one of these guys is New. I know Big Kane been here from like day one, so I know who Big Kane is. So I'm not talking about Big Kane, but VLC and Reek and some of these other people that I've never seen before. Yeah, I'm pretty sure one of them is New King God. I just can't wait for the day for him to actually come back and show his face. So one of the funniest things I saw was a Miami fan said, we fired Manny Diaz and hired Danny Miez. I thought that was the funniest thing I ever heard. The boy said they fired Manny Diaz and hired Danny Miez. New King Gay. We think we're going to win everything. We stuck in the 90s. Hey, but at least you here to admit it, though. I respect that. We're talking that same. Who is this? Oh, Todd Pope just came in. Give me a minute. We're talking the same Wake Forest that won the Atlanta Division last year. The Wake Forest that lost to Clemson. Yeah, Wake Forest is a solid team. You're absolutely right, Lorenzo. But let's see what Todd's got to say. Todd is on here. Todd, how are you doing?
Not what the fuck. How about you?
What do you got, man? What do you want to get off your chest?
The receivers are a bunch of play like powder puff girls. What do you want to know? They can't catch the ball. They need to go to the hardware store and get about a bunch fucking 3 dozens of super glue on their damn hands. It's like they forgot to catch the ball. Why didn't Dugans or Norvell scream at them guys and say, "Hey, catch the damn ball"?
They may have screamed at him. We don't know if we don't know. We don't know the conversation that was had.
Jeez.
But they did not play well.
I mean,
Absolutely, we beat
man,
ourselves.
they were more flat. Oh yeah, the second half, the whole team was more flattered than a set of pancakes at High Hop. I swear to God, man, I was just jammed. My phone's blowing up from my friend in Rochelle because he's a big old Michigan fan. Said, "Hi, your team sucks." I said, "Okay, well, oh man, it just sucks. Sucks being an old fan in Big Ten country, but man, they just sucked. It's like they just forgot to catch the ball. Offensive line played like shit. I mean,
See
and
that's I don't think the offense. I don't think the offensive line played bad. I
no,
really don't.
it just like they just oh, and that play call. I was like, why did
Travis had
Norvell
time to
throw?
make the plays. I just I just don't think the O line played bad. They had a couple unfortunate penalties. I'll give you that.
It
But as
just
a
just
whole, I don't think they played bad.
it just like that last call. Why did Wilson go? Why wasn't Wilson in that play? Why did they have Wilson run that play instead of Pittman? It's just like the play calling sucks. It's like man, it's like why shoot yourself in the foot? It's like the inconsistency. It's like we played good the first half and the second half we played like fucking shit. And it's just like why are we going back to Taggart 2.0? That's what we look like, Taggart 2.0.
I hear you, man. I hear you. Shout out to Lauren Kaufman with the $10 donation in the Cash App. She says, thanks for letting the Ville watch tonight. Absolutely. Thank y'all for watching.
Get more
I'll
money,
let
more
somebody
money.
else talk.
Get more money, more money.
Go ahead, Todd.
I said I'll let somebody else talk. I don't want to say anything, but yeah, it's frozen. We pissed that game away. We had the opportunity. All they had to do was score one touchdown. That ball game was over. We just pissed it away.
You know what, Todd? I appreciate you for coming on, and I agree with you, man. We pissed the game away. It was a game that we should have won, and hopefully they can. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you take from this game. Defensively, I think you got a lot of things to take from this game. Hopefully, offensively, they can figure some shit out. But appreciate Todd for popping up. At least he was one of the few that was manning up. A lot of trolls, but nobody wanted to come in here and show their face. Of course not. Of course, that's what we do. That's what they do. Rashad Green and Kelvin Benjamin still the best wide receivers we've had in recent memory. Rashad Green for sure. No, I don't want to say they give us fake juice. Like you can see the juice. The Wake Forest was always going to be that game that we didn't quite match up. But NC State, again, they were who we thought they were. Yeah. Catch the fucking football, stroking the flame. That's McLean. A couple balls change the outcome of this game is the point. Like catch the football, bro. Catch the football. You're a wide receiver. Catch the ball. You say Todd sound like John Morrow. I hope Todd's a good guy, man. Todd's been one of my early supporters. Todd's a good guy. So I would hope that Todd is not luring men into his home and eating them. I need to fill my drink back up. So give me a minute. I'm going to hit the bar in the back and pour me another drink. Okay, I'm back. Okay, Bradley, appreciate you for popping in tonight. I know it's a little late. Yeah, man. So I know it's like 1:00 in the morning on the East Coast. It's because it's 12. I didn't realize it was this late, to be honest with you. I honestly didn't realize it. That game went later than I thought. Ardavia says drop the link. After watching your Knowles beat themselves tonight, I have hope that my Cards can beat them in the Ville. Anthony, I got news for you there, buddy. That game's already happened, and y'all already taken the L. So I'm not too sure your hope kind of flies out the window there, my friend. I'm sorry, Anthony, if this is like breaking news to you. Jason, how you doing? Louisville fan. Please subscribe to the channel by all means. Come in peace. Won't sit in your chat like a snake in the grass trying to cause beef on other channels. Wish more schools had post-game therapy sessions like this. Hey, thank you, man. Everybody that comes from my man Marquise's channel, y'all are the real. Y'all are real respectful. I appreciate y'all, man. I really do. Ardavius just popped in here. So let's bring Ardavius in and see what he's talking about. Ardavius.
Yo, what up?
What's good? What you got, man?
Question for you.
I got an answer, maybe.
Would you have kicked the field goal in that situation, or would you have going for the touchdown?
I would have set my team up to. Here's what I would have done. I had no problem with you taking a shot at the end zone a couple times, but it would have been. I would not. There's no way I'm giving the defense a chance to intercept it, right? So it's going to be either my guy can get it or I'm throwing it out the back of the end zone type of deal. At the end of the day, if I can't get the touchdown, I'm definitely setting up my team to get the field goal to get the win. You could have did both, to be honest with you. You could have played for a TD while also calling the right play calls to set yourself up. So if you didn't get it, you can still have that field goal opportunity.
Yeah,
I just don't like throwing to the slot guy on a flag route. I just don't like that. I don't like it. Take my shots with Johnny Wilson on the edge, but it is what it is. Here we are.
Yeah, I'm putting this game on Norville. I mean, 0 points in the second half, and then in the game situation. Yeah, but hey, we 4-2.
I hear you.
4-2 right now. Nobody thought we would be 4-2. So
I just hope we can get to 5-2. Like my whole thing has always been, I wanted to go 2-1. That's obviously not happening. But I just don't think you can't go 0-3 in this stretch. And now we face a top 5 team in Clemson.
yeah,
I don't think Clemson's unbeatable, but we got to stir some shit up. We got to figure something out.
Yeah, Clemson's gonna be tough, man.
I agree with that.
Real tough. How you think the defense played in the second half?
I thought the defense played good for 4 quarters.
I didn't like. I mean,
Li-
man, they started gashing us at the end there, man.
I wouldn't say they were gashing us. They had a quarterback who they knew couldn't throw the ball a lick. They knew that. Go watch how they was calling him. They knew he couldn't throw. So what they do?
Yeah, that's true.
Go 9, 8, 10 protection and just run the ball. Like they had one receiver, 2 receivers on the outside, and they just lined up and ran the ball. They got a couple gains, but ultimately, what? We only gave up a field goal in the second half. What? Well, they scored the first drive of the that they came out, but that's when they had Leary.
All right.
After he gets hurt, well, they got a couple field goals or something like that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can't really knock the defense. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. And plus, we're playing a bunch of we're injured.
Yeah. Nah.
Our top 2 D tackles out for the game.
McClendon and Warner are giving you nothing as well.
McClendon got to get out of there. McClendon got to get out. Warner actually gave you some, but McClendon got to get out of there. And
man,
I
McClendon.
keep telling people that.
I don't. It's bad.
I agree with you. McClendon don't make an impact. When's the last time we've even said number 9 is like made a tackle?
It's been a while.
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
It's been a while.
But I appreciate you calling in. I mean, what else? Get it off your chest.
1917. I didn't think it would be like this. Oh man.
Yeah, I'm with you, bro. Tough. That's a tough way to lose that game.
Man, Mastromano.
Oh man. If he just runs it, he gets the first. There was nobody there, which is crazy.
Wilson dropped 2 first downs.
Yeah, Wilson dropped a few. Terrio dropped 1 crucial one. Marquise and Douglas was dropped a crucial one.
At this point, man, we might as well put Portier over McLean. He's just not.
Bro, I agree. Because
I think the McLean experience is over with.
I like McLean. I want McLean to be good, but how many drops does this guy have to have game after game before you?
Yeah, bad.
Yeah, I'm with you.
But yeah,
I have a feeling we don't see Winston at this point. I'm not sure if we see Winston Wright this year.
I don't think so either.
I think so. Winston Wright is a redshirt junior, so he already had this year and next year. He might get a medical red shirt and still have another 2 years of eligibility because at this point, what's the point of Winston Wright playing?
Yeah, I also think Lovett is out the whole season too.
If Lovett is out the whole season, I hope it's not for the draft because I think he's doing himself a disservice if that's the case.
I think he's still injured because I was looking at him on the sideline and he was limping pretty gingerly. So
okay, so if he's out, then obviously I'm not fine with it. I wish we had him. I just hope he's not sitting out for the draft.
Yeah,
I honestly, if he's sitting out for the draft, he's doing himself a disservice. He's not. It's not like he's a number 1. You know, he's not a first round pick. Even a healthy Fabian Lovett isn't a first round pick.
No, I think he still needs another year.
Exactly, he still needs another year. So,
you
know, yeah,
man. And then I've never seen a roughing the passer.
That's the worst call I've ever seen.
With the ball in the QB's hand, like
I don't know why people aren't talking more about that play. I don't see how was that roughing the passer. I
hit him in the shoulder, like,
bro. Clean. It was a clean hit. He was holding the ball when he got hit. How the hell was that roughing the passer? Is the defender not supposed to tackle the quarter? Man.
ACC refs, man.
Bro, I've never seen a hit. I've never seen a call like that.
I agree. But hopefully, man. I mean, Georgia Tech looking good right now.
I mean, we still got. Listen, I know we still got Syracuse. I know Syracuse is still iffy to me, y'all.
They undefeated right now, ain't it?
Are they? Are they still undefeated? I thought they lost the game, but they could be. I don't know. But Syracuse ain't really played nobody.
Right.
Like, who's the best team they played? Louisville to this point?
Yeah, probably Louisville.
Yeah, they ain't played nobody yet. So to me, Syracuse, Louisiana is not looking good, and Georgia Tech. Now Georgia Tech done won a couple games here recently, so maybe they're a little better now that they fired their coach. But that's still 3 games, so we still on the path for 7 wins, and I still think you beat one of the rivals. I don't think you lose to both of them, so that still gets you to 8.
Yeah.
Miami's trash. So
yeah, that honeymoon is over with.
Yeah, that Miami game, that's food. I think Miami is food. Florida's
tough.
Richardson,
we struggle against running quarterbacks.
Yeah, Richardson's not good, but he worries me because he can flat out run.
And they got a good defense.
And they do got a defense. They have a good linebackers that.
Oh yeah.
They got Miller and Cox. Them 2 boys fly to the football. They D-line is a little they don't have a lot of depth, I think, but they got some good backers that I would kind of be a little worried about.
So if you go 7-5, would you be cool with that?
Not really. I'm not gonna lie to you.
After how we started.
After how we started, no. You tell me that we went 4-0 and then ended up going 7-5. I'd have a problem with that. That means you lost way more games down the stretch than you won, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. I at least need to hit that 8-win mark. You go 4-0 and you hit the 8-win mark, I'm okay with that. Which is what a lot of people thought this team. Well, actually, no. I started the 8-win talk.
Right.
Then people jumped on the bandwagon. So I upped it up a notch and said, well, we're going to win 9 wins. But ultimately, everybody thought we was a 6-6, 7-win team anyway. Right. I think we're an 8-win team. I've always thought we were at least an 8-win team. I think 8 wins is the floor.
Yeah, I agree with you.
If we don't get the 8 wins, I think that's a disappointment. In year 3, I think that's a disappointment. Because look at the talent.
Yeah, I agree with you, man.
Tell me where we don't we have talent. Don't tell me look at the talent.
One thing though, we need to hit the portal hard with some defensive tackles.
Well, who knew we would miss out on? Who knew Lovett would get hurt and now Coop hurt? The injury bug has not helped. We've been decimated with injuries. But this is how I know we have talent, because we've been hurt by injuries and yet we still competitive in all of these games.
Right.
NC State was a top 15 team.
Yeah.
And we should have won that game. Wake is a top 15 team. And we was right there. If it wasn't for a bad play from Darius Washington, we was about to tie the game up going on that last drive.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Bro, we got talent. We are there. Don't let people tell you we don't got talent and we don't got no depth, man. We right there.
Yeah, we got some talent.
We just been hit by the injury bug, but I've always respected and vouched for the talent on this team because I know what I'm watching when I watch it.
Yeah, also Turrentine, man, he's a bad player away from getting trapped.
Turrentine, again, you can't tell me Armella isn't as good at least. Armella can't be worse, is my point.
Yeah, Turrentine's gonna whoop in pass protection.
Bro, Julian Armella can't be worse.
Yeah, he's bad.
He can't be worse.
He
can't be. And I know people want to protect them and they want to redshirt them and we don't need to rush I get all of that. But I talked about this Wednesday. Julian is a different caliber of player. The man was a top 150 player in high school.
Yeah.
One website had him as a number 1 overall offensive tackle in the country. Now, I don't think he was that. But the point is, the man got talent.
I think they're trying to hold on to that red shirt.
I get it. But guess what? There's a rule. You can still play 4 games and hold on to that red shirt.
Yeah, you're right about that.
So why not throw him out there and see what he can do? You've already burnt him in a couple games because you played him on the second in Boston College and in Duquesne. He's already played.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
So he's already played. So he's still got red shirt status. And guess what? If he's a better player, who gives a damn about red shirt? He gonna leave after 3 years anyway. If he as good as we think he is.
Right. But yeah, man, they got to get Turrentine out of there, man.
I agree. They got to get Turrentine out there. Robert Scott it was so good to have him back because
Oh yeah,
he was great
he
tonight.
played really well tonight.
Yeah, it was so good to have him back.
And man, the drop off from Lundy is just man.
Lundy is what I told y'all. If you
And I'm
use
a
him,
Lundy defender.
if you use him in situations, he's very stout in the run.
Yeah.
But if he's an every down backer, he can't play the pass. He can't. He's not a sideline to sideline backer. We can't use him like that.
Yeah, man.
We can't get Blake Nicholson on campus soon enough. I'm telling you that right now.
Yeah.
We need Luke Kinkley Jr. on campus now, today.
Yeah, and then like fans on Twitter trying to compare him to Griffiths. He moves much better than Griffiths.
Who? Blake Nicholson?
Yeah.
That's because people don't know what they talk. That's because people just be on Twitter talking. There's no way you look at Blake Nicholson and compare him to Josh Griffiths. Are you serious?
Yeah, this fan base, man. We lose one game and
that's half of
world.
That's half of my frustration is with this fan base. I think I'd be more frustrated with the fan base than I'd be with the actual team.
Well, I mean, Mike. I don't think Mike's getting fired unless
Mike's not getting fired unless he loses every game for the rest of the season. Then that's a conversation that damn sure needs to happen. No, but if he wins that 8, even if he wins 7, he's not getting fired. He wins 7, 8 games, he's definitely not getting fired. And nor should 7 games is still, to me, I'm not gonna lie to you, 7 games don't do it for me.
Yeah,
just because in year 3 you should be further along. Right. I mean, Lane Kiffin's in year 3 in Ole Miss, and look at that squad.
Oh yeah.
You know, like
that's who I wanted.
Bro, that's who I wanted to. I'm not gonna lie to you. But the point is, in year 3, you should be further along, man. Like, you should have a better team. 7 wins don't do it for me. But 8, I'm okay with 8. And I'm damn sure okay with 9 and 10. I mean, that's right on par, right on where you need to be.
Yeah.
But no, 7 games is a little iffy.
But yeah, I still think we're a year or 2 away from being real scary. Real scary. Just got to keep building depth. We ain't got the depth right now.
At certain positions, we like linebacker, we don't have the depth. Like,
no,
it's crazy that when Bethune or Deloach have to
what
sub
happened to Steven Dix?
He got hurt. Remember, he's hurt for the whole year.
Oh man,
he's out for the year. Steven Dix is out for the year. So, and I don't know if Steven Dix is even as better than Lundy, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah. I mean, he's a guy, so
yeah, he's a body. So yeah, it sucks that when Deloach or Bethune got a sub out, you know, that the play kind of drops. And then I think on the O-line we got bodies. I just think they're scared, and I get it. I understand why I don't know if they're scared or just they don't want to play the young guys too soon, which I completely understand because we've seen that for the last 5 years. What happens when you play old linemen too soon? So I'm not mad at Atkins' approach, but I flat out believe Armella can be an upgrade compared to what you got at right tackle right now.
I do too, but we probably won't get to see it until next year.
Probably won't see it till next year. And Robert Scott probably goes to the NFL after this. So
you think so?
He's being projected fairly decently, and he can always come back. But
I think he need one more year.
when he's in the game, the offensive line is drastically better.
It is much better.
I think NFL scouts kind of peep that. I don't know if he might be a fringe first rounder, and if I'm Scott, I might take that chance because I don't know what another year does for Robert Scott. The man's played since he's been a freshman.
That is true.
Yeah, he's put enough film on tape. He's played enough snaps. I don't know if another year really helps Robert Scott, if I'm being completely honest with you. Robert Scott probably goes pro after this.
We need another tackle for sure then.
They'll definitely hit the portal. But remember, you get Bless Harris back. Bless Harris wasn't a grad transfer. So you do get Bless back.
Does Caden Lyles have another year?
Caden Lyles probably does have a medical. He was a grad transfer, but because of his medical situation, he might get a medical red shirt.
Yeah.
So we don't know there. But you get Bless back. Julian Armella, Lloyd Willis. Some of these guys slide. They're going to be a year better. But
Right.
I would expect them to look in the portal when the time comes for another left tackle. Could you imagine what this team would be like if we actually got a Marius Mims?
Oh man.
That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. We are literally 2 or 3 players away from really being very dangerous. If we would have got Mims, bro,
And
this
he's
whole
still barely playing at Georgia, so
I don't know why he
I
went
don't know
back,
what the
bro.
pitch was.
I don't know what he went back
Keep-
for.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Man.
He would have been a superstar here.
Yeah. And then Canes fans, man.
You know, I don't worry about them guys. I got a couple guys, man, that are not they're day one guys. They've always listened to me. They've always interacted like a big Kane. John Shields, I know, I give John Shields a lot of crap, but John Shields is a troll, but he's been a supporter of this channel. Really, he was like one of my first subscribers. John Shields was, believe it or not.
Wow.
So that's the only reason why I let him stick around, because he's always been here and he's always supported the channel. So there's some guys that, they talk trash, but they've been here from day one. So I let them talk. And there's other guys who I've never seen before. They come in, and then when I call them out, they don't comment anymore. Like that, who's that guy earlier that?
Oh yeah, that guy's a troll.
What was his name? I don't even remember
him
his
on
name.
other channels. Reek1219.
Yeah, he called him out. He had nothing else to say.
Yeah, he's a troll, man.
See, BB's a Gator fan. He been one of my early subscribers too. So BB allowed to come in here and talk, but ain't nothing to talk about because the Gators ain't really all that. But at least they won today. Shout out to the Gators. At least they won.
Yeah.
Today. Against a terrible Missouri team.
Yeah, that is true. Missouri is terrible.
But they terrible. I watched that game. That game really shouldn't have been as close as it was.
They got into the red zone like 3 times and threw like 3 picks.
Bro, Missouri's terrible. And didn't AR only throw for like 60 yards the entire game?
Yeah,
like
it was bad.
Terrible, terrible football. Oh shit, look who showed up. Man, look who showed up. He even changed his picture. We still the best team in Florida. Boy, if you don't go sit your ass down somewhere.
Hey, POLK, he gonna be gone after FSU beat them this year.
Who do they play next week?
I don't have no clue. Oh, I think Virginia Tech.
Virginia Tech might get their ass too.
Yeah.
Mario trash. I'm telling you right now.
Man, they tell me something. They see progress because they put up 500 yards on the worst defense.
On the worst defense in college football. On the worst defense in college football. Just like they thought they had a good offense. They thought they had a good defense because they played the worst offense in college football, which is Texas A&M.
Yeah, man. Yeah. That A&M loss looking worse and worse.
Bro, worse and worse. Worse and worse. But shout out to you, New King. I appreciate you for at least showing your face. It's been a minute. It's been a damn minute. 2-3 Miami in the building.
Oh man. But yeah, POLK, man, I just came on to chop it up with you right quick.
I appreciate you, bro. I'm about to get out of here. It's getting late, so I'm about to get out of here anyway.
All right, brother.
All right,
see you on your next one.
Yes, sir.
All right.
And there you have it. I've been working. Oh, he been working getting this money. That's why he ain't been on the internet, because everybody ain't got a phone and they can't tune in when they in work and they can't hit the comment section. Man, stop it. Stop it. Stop. We struggling, but we 4-2. But we struggling because we done lost to 2 straight ranked teams, but we're struggling. Okay. Yeah, they changing the narrative now. They didn't care that it was Mario's first year when they was starting, and it was all off season when they was going to go 11-1, and they was finna win the ACC, and Mario was finna do this and that, and he was gonna put a gate around South Florida, and nobody was gonna recruit my aunt. Yeah, shut up. Shout out to William with the super sticker. Appreciate you, William.
Clickety clank, clickety clank. The money goes into my piggy bank.
But that's all I got tonight, guys. Thanks everybody who tuned in. We went a good 2 hours. And this was a frustrating loss. I'm not went into the halftime 17-3 and lost 19-17. All you had to do was get a field goal and you win the game. So this was a frustrating ass game. I can't lie. As you can tell, if you go watch the first hour of this live stream, you'll see how pissed off I was. And a lot of that pissed offness is directed to some of these fans as well. But here we are. I feel like some of y'all fans have prayed for this. Like y'all want Mike to lose games. And I don't understand it because good luck telling me who's out there that you gonna get it. I'm not saying Mike. Believe me, I'm not saying Mike's the Dundada. But who you gonna hire? Who you gonna hire? Who you gonna hire? I don't know. I don't know who you're gonna hire. But with that being said, I got nothing else tonight. I hope y'all like the new look I got behind me. I got a little bar set up. Y'all see that back there? Gotta get some new bottles. Gotta throw some more bottles down there. So I hope y'all like the new look that I've been working on. And expect the background to continue to evolve and change. This loss sucks because, man, we should have won this game. And we should be 5-1, and instead we're 4-2 with Clemson, top 5 team coming up. Even though I don't think Clemson is that. I mean, Clemson beat NC State, and you look what we did. So, I mean, where do we go? What do we got? We got to figure out something offensively because we're playing another defensively stout team. This loss sucks way more than the Wake Forest loss because that Wake Forest loss, I knew. I just knew what it was. Like I knew that was a outmatched, like not outmatched. Sorry, they just play a style of football that wasn't conducive to what we wanted to do. But NC State was exactly the team I thought they were. They played exactly the way I thought they would play. And we just couldn't get that shit done. We just couldn't get it done. Yeah, champs. That's the whole point. If you don't take anything else from this live stream, players gotta look at themselves in the mirror. Because if the catches get made tonight, we beat NC State. Point blank, period. You catches get made, you beat NC State. Hope next week you make those catches against a sucky ass Clemson secondary. Here's the good news from my standpoint, and I'll end on this. I will end on this. Going into the season, I predicted that FSU would go 9-3. I said we would split Louisville and Wake Forest. We did that. I said we would split NC State and Clemson. We lost to NC State. We still have a chance to split with Clemson, which would get us to 5-2. And I said we would split Miami and Florida. That gets 3 losses and 9 wins. We still are on pace to do what I think we are capable of doing. We just got to get it motherfucking done. We just got to get it done. But on that note, I will get up out of here. I know it's late. Shout out to everybody, man, that came through tonight. Show love. Shout out to the trolls. Shout out to the haters. And shout out to my supporters. Hit that like button on the way out if you did not hit it on the way in. Hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed for whatever reason. Obviously, as you see tonight, I don't know why you wouldn't be subscribed. First of all, if you're a Florida State fan, you should be subscribed to the realest motherfucking channel on YouTube. Point blank, period. You should be subscribed. Because you ain't going to get no other talk like you get here on this channel. That's number one. If you're not a Florida State fan and you're just a fan of college football, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't give a damn about the rest of these other teams. I troll Miami a little bit, not a ton, and troll Florida a little bit, not a ton. So you're not going to get a bunch of college football talk here. But you do get that. You do get that. We do have the Triple Shot Show podcast, which is me, my boy Jerd, my boy Terrence. Well, we talk all of college football, but it's kind of hard getting them guys on here every week. So this is, for the most part, man, if you're a Florida State fan, you should be subscribed. If you're a college football fan, still subscribe, because I still try to give you that college football talk. But this is mostly Florida State. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share the videos. I always ask y'all to share the videos because that's how we grow this community. And here, that's it, man. That's all I got for tonight. We went a good almost 2 hours strong. Tough loss, but I feel this is one of the better shows I've had in a while. T2Y has been on before. T2Y probably don't. I could bring T2Y on, but I don't know what he really got to say. But if you don't know, Jurg is a Miami fan and Terrence is an FSU fan. So you kind of get a lot of perspective from those two. But that's all I got tonight, man. As always, it's your boy POLK over here on 863 Seminole TV. Stay classy, Seminoles. We still got games left. We could still get a positive outcome on this season. Don't give up, man. If you're a fan, be a motherfucking fan. If you're a fan, be a fan. That's the last thing I got to say tonight. It's your boy POLK, man, on 863 Seminole TV. Stay classy, Seminoles. It's your boy POLK, and I'm out here. Go Noles. No helmet tonight. No sticker tonight, obviously, in a loss. But it's all right. I will catch y'all next time, next week, Wednesday. And we out here.